If you missed that previous picture Nuff said, it showed that Urgot is the least played champion out of the available 123, even though he's amazing and quite strong. He's not like most of the common AD carries, as he is more reliant on his abilities rather than the basic attacks. For Urgot, you want to have armor penetration and tanky items to make it out of team fights when you use your ultimate. Urgot's runes are different from other common AD carries. You want to run the standard AD carry masteries being 2190, taking attack damage in the offensive tree and health regeneration and health in the defensive tree. You can shift your defensive points towards utility for mana regeneration and movement speed. Urgot is one of the most underplayed and underestimated champions, although he is one of the deadliest anti-carry and lane bullies. This is because he is one of the hardest champions to play well. You will only be seeing giant enemy Crabgot's skin in this video. It is important to note that Urgot can fit into any lane, but he is still squishy in the early game. He has a pathetic 425 range on his auto attack, compared to the popular carries such as Caitlyn and Vayne. You'll be receiving a pretty quick death when you have such a small distance between yourself and melee champions. However, the range of his skills are crazy. Urgot's E ability will increase the distance and accuracy of his Q on afflicted enemies. Urgot is a physical caster, so he'll rely on the level advantage to do more damage. He is an extremely strong solo laner. His zoning will block out the enemy laner easily. Urgot is one of the best, if not the best laner. In the early or mid game, you will be a main source of damage. Try to use your amazing range to hunt down your enemies. Here's what happens if you are not careful or just unlucky. You need to remember that Urgot is not about farming monsters and minions. Bad Urgot would have found on champion kills. Urgot relies on poking the enemy and either killing or pushing them out of the lane. He is constantly harassing and trying to kill the enemy laner wherever possible. Even when Urgot has chased off the enemy laner, he won't be farming creeps. He'll be looking to gank the other lanes. The slow from Terra Capacitor and ultimate hyperkinetic position reversal will make escape from his gank almost impossible. In team fights, you need to consider that Urgot is not God, so he won't be lasting long when targeted by the whole enemy team. In the early game, everyone will fall to your barrage of Acid Hunter, while in messy large team fights, the aim of your Noxian corrosive charge must be impeccable to lock on your desired target. Your ultimate can bring back enemies that are out of position or trying to run. For the late game, you will be targeting the squishiest carries one by one. Zone-touched Bolt, Augmenter, can tag AP carries just before they start their deadly combos, and Noxian Corrosive Charge can get the carries huddled behind the wall of their tanky allies. Tips and tricks to remember. 1. Afflicting your target with the E ability will increase the range and accuracy of your Q. 2. Urgot will be relying on level advantage to increase his damage as a physical caster. 3. He is about poking, pushing and killing the laner on the opposing team.
And that's all folks, thanks for watching.